So, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the session on supplier procurement, logistics sourcing in textile, automotive industry post COVID-19 times. We have with us Mr. Abhishek Gupta, head commercials at Blackberrys. Good afternoon, sir. Blackberrys is an Indian formal wear brand owned by Moon Clothing Company Private Limited. It was established in 1991 and has a current turnover at nearly rupees 900 crores. As of August 2011, the Blackberrys brand has 21 franchise stores, 94 company-owned showrooms, and is present in over 900 multi-brand outlets. Mr. Abhishek is a procurement professional with a rich experience in strategic sourcing and indirect procurements, having diversified experience in textile, telecom, automobile, and aerospace industry. He is an IIM Calcutta alumni and did his BTech from NIT Calicut, Kerala. He is a certified project management professional from PMI, USA, and a certified procurement professional from IIPMR, which is International Institute for Procurement and Market Research, USA. In his overall career span, he has attained excellent technical and domain proficiency in various aspects of supply chain management. Over the years, he had been associated with reputed names in the Indian market such as Honda Cars India, Tata Motors, VEML, Indus Tower, sorry. He has been successful in demonstrating transformative leadership qualities and has the ability to visualize, conceptualize, and implement competitive strategic outcomes. His other interests include playing table tennis, cricket, and driving. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for the detailed introduction. See, actually, this particular situation is new to everyone. Okay, there was no precedence, I would say. So, whatever the new ways of working, new management techniques, okay, and whatever the new operational ideas which will be generated right now will be definitely initially it will be on a hit and trial basis, and people will learn from it, and then it will be derived. In this last 3 months, definitely we have learned a lot many new words in this situation. People have learned words like quarantine, lockdown, social distancing, work from home, pandemic, self-isolation. So see, these are the words which people have learned over the period of time, and they have inherited, they are working, uh, and it's a new normal for them. So this gives a lot of confidence to the industries as well. Here people are ready to get charged and to put their best to come out of this situation. So what is the business requirement right now? The business requirement right now is that how to bring business back, and when vaccine is not available and economies are still suffering, and but yes, what people need to have right now is the startup mind, agility in the way of working, and complete accountability of what job is being performed by any individual in an organization. Business are also looking at a complete ecosystem. Ecosystem means their vendors, their customers, their internal stakeholders, their external stakeholders. So business is taking this complete ecosystem and trying to the very first thing which any organization can do, and in fact what we are also doing right now, to bring back our loyal customers, to tell them that yes, we are there with you during this pandemic. Whatever your requirements are, whatever your needs are there, we are there to fulfill your needs. Business requirement, I would say they need to have a strong inventory turnover ratio as well, because yes, there are a lot of material lying at the warehouse of any organization, and in this situation, yes, companies are facing a lot of challenge in having a high manpower line, being present in their organization. Textile industry works in two channels. One is once you sell it to the primary dealer, and then dealer it goes to the stores. So once you sell it to dealer, it is called primary sales, and when the store sells it, it is called secondary sales. So primary sale is not happening right now, because my dealer is not picking up the material because they are not sure about whether they'll be able to do a secondary sale or not. So right now the complete focus is on the secondary sales, so that we can able to liquidate some inventory lying at the stores. But the ultimate money which comes to any textile industry is from the primary sales only, when the dealer buys the material, and that is actually the challenge. Automobile sector and export is happening to US, Mexico, Bangladesh, African regions, and Asia regions in both passenger as well as commercial vehicles. And we import heavily, from we call it CKD products, complete knockdown products as well, and you know, uh, and the complete car as well from China, Germany, South Korea, and Japan and Thailand. So yes, here there is a short-term variation in the prices because of this disruption from China, with China right now. Slowdown definitely. I would say it's a big challenge right now. In a very short time, it is not possible. But yes, it's a learning curve, right? When you learn something and then you deploy your learnings over there. So that has been what is happening right now in automobile sector. People are learning, and they are adapting in this new VUCA world. Supply chain logistics operate from right from the customer to the warehousing. Customer satisfaction is the key right now. In this situation, if you are able to convince your customer to buy your product, that is the most important thing right now. Okay. Now, are you able to forecast that correctly? What is that accuracy of that forecasting, right? To actually predict what needs to be procured, what needs to be sell in future, right? But here in this case, the past was entirely different. Here, this is a new situation. How forecasting needs to be done. Then the traditional approach of forecasting will not work over here. We need to get the real time data, from the day the lockdown has started, and we have to study the European markets, that how when their market opened, what was how the business reacted, and from there only you can deploy your learnings in your business, and then you can move forward. Very important part in the supply matrix is the sourcing part. Your customer requirement, the business, and the vendor. So that there needs to have a strong communication during sourcing. What businesses are struggling right now is the storage part. Okay. What is that optimized inventory which you need to have in your warehouse? What communication you have to do with to your manufacturing unit? What should be produced so that I can use that optimally? And that information has to come from your sales function. Okay, so what forecasting they have done, what market study has been done here. Very important thing you need to understand. See, customer will be able to see only that item which is actually present in my store or warehouse. So real time inventory available at the warehouse and stores is very important right now. Okay, and you might have heard a very buzzword, people are working on, that is omni channels, where whatever the customer is seeing online, the inventory, that inventory should also be present on your in your stores. The customer logistics part and their relationship part. Now understand the supplier relationship management part also. The strategic and the tactical measures which organizations are taking. So there is a word called force majeure. Force majeure word, earlier people were just entering in the contract for the sake of completing that contract. To be very frank, I'm talking about. So because people never thought about using that clause anywhere. And that force majeure contract, what it says is, at the time of act of God or any situation which is not under the control of your human being, the force majeure clause will be applicable, where the contract between the customer and the vendor will be closed with the immediate effect. So one very important thing which organizations are right now working is moving to a revenue sharing model. So in this situation, when you are having a zero cash flows, whether the store manager or whether the store person will be able to pay that much rental on a monthly basis, no, it's not possible. Here comes a trusted and mutual relationship between the vendor and the, I would say, the landlord and the store person, that how they renegotiate and come to a revenue sharing model basis, that whatever you earn you pay some part of it, and always there is a scope to cap it. What is your annual operating plan within the organization? So various scenarios are being made by us, that if we do 700 crore business, what will be my policy, what will be my way of working, and the proposal. And if I am doing only 200 crores of business, what will be my proposal? So in learn more and more about total quality management tools. So learn more about Six Sigma, how the kaizens are being conducted, what is PDCA. So try to learn more about those things. Um, Talking about the trilogic model, that is very very important in category management, to understand where you should leverage while you are buying, what should be your strategic approach in buying a new product and services. Also learn more about the BI tools. So business intelligence tools are very very important right now, and because the data visualization, the real time data visualization is very important. And definitely negotiations with the vendors. It's not just bargaining, it is about a scientific approach to the discussions which happens with the management. It is more about the behavior, definitely a softer part, as well as the technical way of doing negotiation, how you prepare zero based costing, how zero based costings are prepared in any organization, and what should be your behavioral approach uh, and during any negotiation.
Yes, sir. Hi, Mr. Abhishek. Good morning. Uh,
Yeah, hi Ravi. Good morning.
yeah, so my question would be like, how is the dependency of this apparel industry supply chain on China? And if the dependency is much high right at the moment, and if you want to go beyond China, what would be the other countries we can concentrate on where, I mean, the supply chain wouldn't be affected right now?
Yeah, so you have rightly asked this question. Yes, we have a very high dependency on China for imports of the raw material. Okay, and so right now, what industries are doing? See, this is the time when political situation actually is not clear. Okay, for next 3 4 months, 5 months, until COVID situation is also there, and once political situation is also not very clear with the China, and anyways the demand is not there right now to for any imports from China. So we have a limited demand, and whatever the demand needs to be catered by China, they can cater, and we can also take from China right now in a very small manner. But yes, for the if I talk about the larger prospect, within the ambition of Make in India concept, yes, there are a lot of suppliers within India who have got this opportunity to, build their capacity, and they are building their capability to, increase their resources in during this 4 5 months. And I'm very hopeful that we can get a much supply of raw material from within the within India as well. Talking about, yes, there will be some dependency you know for on outside countries as well. So naming a few: Bangladesh, Turkey. So these are the countries where we can still rely upon, and in fact we are doing heavy procurements from there.
Sir, yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, actually, just as you have told that, like you have been using WhatsApp for taking the requirements from the customers. So my
Right.
question is like, what are the changes that have been made for service or product delivery models, and how is AI involved, and if involved, how is it impacted? impacting it?
Absolutely, this is a very good question which Tanmoy you have asked. You have actually banged on the actual nitty-gritties of this application. So let me explain you how it works. Actually, there is a platform which is provided by X company. I'll not name that company which provides us this application. That application has all the algorithms where it connects to my internal inventory as well, and internal inventory means warehouse inventory, and it connects to my store inventory as well. So it gathers the data from there. Now what happens that once the customer punches their order through WhatsApp, the information goes to the store person, and then he again that makes a communication channel between the customer uh, uh, and the store manager. So initially it happens on a basis of AI model. Like there is a chat based query resolution model which is available, that what customer will ask. Customer will choose a particular garment. Yes, the AI will reply accordingly. Once the customer punches that order, once the order is confirmed through payment link which is been sent by the store manager through WhatsApp, he licenses with various delivery partners which we have, and they get this information and order get delivered within half an hour. So this is how this complete system works.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. It was very informative, and
Thank you, Mr. Jain.
in fact, the last slide was the I would say the icing on the cake. And thank you so much. The kind of thoughts that you have shared reinforces a lot of ideas that we have been working with. We have been hearing from experts and seniors from the industry. The larger what do you call views that have been resonating from most of the industry bodies are also well encapsulated in your talk. So thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you, sir. It was wonderful. It was my pleasure to be here and to interact with the students. There were wonderful questions being asked. So yes.